had to do. You know, I guess they say sacrifice is giving up something of lesser value for something of greater value.
Mm, yes. Even if that greater value is out there in the somewhat distant future, is pretty difficult. It can be difficult to turn down instant gratification. That's incredible discipline. Thank you for that reminder.
I'm trying.
Um, there's a line that I love in this book, and I especially feel it for writers. I think about a lot of writers who may have self-published and then attract the attention of the majors, and then the hustle can shift a little bit. So you write, the moment you get some support behind you is the moment you have to start grinding even harder because there's more at stake. This is very different from the idea that, oh, well, once I get put on, I can stop selling these books out of the trunk of my car because my publisher has national distribution. Can you talk a little bit more about that, how you came to that idea that actually once you do have a strong partner, you need to go even harder?
Yeah, you have to, because you have people at risk, and these people, they have their own dreams and aspirations. They've also co-signed on you, and they also believed in you, and they've taken you up to their bosses or whatever the case is, and they've also signed on to be part of your dream, right? So if you do that, like you know, it's a responsibility. Power shift is not about taking all the power from you for yourself. Power shift is giving others the power too, to be able to be part of what you're doing, to contribute, to also be acknowledged as being part of what you're doing. You know, everybody here watching us right now, they have their own hopes and their dreams. But if they have a job or they have a company and they got to pick up a box just as fast as somebody else, they will, well, they should do it, because they should know that it's in their best interest to help others who are helping you. You don't want a team, you know, like you want to see, when I like the army movies, when, you know, when the leader of the army is in front with the army. When you lead by that type of example, that's just you know, I just think that your team will fight, and they will kill for you.
Mhm. Man, you're brilliant. I expected this in many ways, but to hear it directly from you is a gift. Thank you for that. Thank you for what you're doing for all of us who are tuned in right now to our Rock and Read author interview series. Um, I do want to ask questions about those three parts of Power Shift. How did you come to those, from influence to negotiation to relationships? How did you crystallize that these were the fundamental elements at work in moving the dynamic around the room to accomplish something greater than what both parties came in with?
Yes, I'll give you. So, because people, and I'm going to bring it up about the people right here who are commenting. There are so many amazing people commenting. Thank you so much. And let me see. You know, so many great things. But I'm gonna touch with that, right? It's not, you know, and I've said this on many interviews. People have been spoiled due to seeing movies and Shark Tank, where they think that you go in and you do a negotiation, and then negotiation happens, and then you just either win or lose at the negotiation. It's so hard and cutthroat like that. When it's not, it's all about three different phases on anything that could be successful. It is, first of all, you have to build influence. And how are you building influence? We can discuss that in 2 minutes. Then you're negotiating for what's in it for the other person on the other side of the table, and then how are you valuing that relationship, right? So a lot of times people will say, well, I'll never meet you in an elevator, or if I do meet you in an elevator, how do I build influence? And I use this all the time. Well, if you talk to me in the elevator and you say, you know, who you are and how you think you could be of value to me, or what am I missing in my life, that in my business, then I would say, okay, no problem. And they'd be like, you know what? And if you ever want to check into me, and I would help work with you, or I would, whatever the case is, I'd advise you. And I'm going to leave the elevator. I'm going to look on my phone,
Hmm.
right? Um, and 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 where is your influence in my phone? Because I'm going to look you up. Now, a lot of people don't know, when they're commenting here, there's a lot. There are 95% great comments. There are 5% really negative comments in there, because people using this platform as a joke, or fun time to have a good time. my staff writes down every one of those people with the negative comments, so they get put in a database. So even if I do see you when you email me or something else like that, for the ignorant comments, I see you already because you were stupid enough to put some stupid shit in here. You don't even realize about that, and I let these people keep hitting me back, keep hitting me. Hey man, I want to do something, and I just like to leave them along. I just like to lead them along. So that's how influence can be used for you or against you, right? Then, of course, the negotiation is what's in it for the other side of the table. And it's not always what's in it for the other side of the table. Have you asked the other person what are the obstacles that they're having while you're having this negotiation? How can I make your life a little bit better? Am I asking you the right questions? And then the last one is, of course, how do you tap into that community that you've done business with? Even if you haven't done business with a person because you pitched them, but you haven't done business, you leave a certain resume behind mentally. And how are they going to help share that resume with you? So those are the three concepts of it, and that's why I love to share it with people, because they think it's only very transactional when almost no deal ever happens the first time you meet somebody.
Wow. I have one question that definitely came up in the comments, and I think it builds on what you were talking about now, is what is the best advice you feel you could give to folks who are unemployed or underemployed during the pandemic?
Well, the reality is of it, how do you go out and get any kind of job you can and simultaneously educate yourself, like to use the Amazon platforms and various other things, but any kind of job. Don't be too good to scrape gum off the streets. I wasn't too good. I used to run BX cable up in abandoned buildings in the Bronx. I would hand out flyers. And as you know, I work at Red Lobster. I work at Church's Fried Chicken. I did whatever I had to do while working on my dream. So how are you doing that? How are you prioritizing what's important in your life? A lot of people will have to get smaller in their homes and things like that, and do some other things. Some people really, though, are going to be running across horrific circumstances where they already were in a bad circumstance, and now they got to go on the front line and work in a grocery store and be where they feel they're in danger. They don't want to bring it home to their family. So again, I just don't want to keep trying to sugarcoat it and stuff like that. What else I was going to say, but also how are you educating yourself and learning how, like we had an Amazon class, or taking up courses on what you like, digital courses, or going on as many of these as you can from people who are in the area that you want to strive to be in. Like you can hear me talk about business, but maybe you need somebody else who's talking about, being a seller on Wayfair and using, different type of property, or somebody like Asian Ginger on here who knows about cosmetics. How are you taking up as many of those courses that you can and preparing yourself? But it's not easy. And even, listen, millionaires and billionaires, they're going through the same thing now. Some of them have tech companies and they're doing great. Some of them have a bunch of apartment buildings in New York City or real estate in New York City, and nobody's paying the rent. Some of them have big retail stores, 50 restaurants, and they're going through the same thing, saying, wow, I don't know if I'm over leveraged in these restaurants. I don't know if I'm going to have to go bankrupt. I'm going to have to fire 300 people. And by the way, a loved one of mine got COVID and passed away. So these are going to be a lot of different harsh realities with people. And it always goes back to right now your why, educating yourself on what you want to do, simultaneously taking care of the bills and your health, and simultaneously trying to grow and educate yourself in where you want to be or you always wanted to be.
Man, this is rich. This is really, really, really rich information. I can't agree with you more. Education is key. Reading is fundamental. And you overcome significant challenges even to make sure that you participate in that reading culture, down to being an author and providing the content yourself. So thank you. I have one more question. I know that I only promised to take up an hour of your time, and even though we're a little late starting.
The live cuts off after an hour.
Oh, okay. So great. I will be cut off, which I should be. Someone asked, what are your core values? Do you have like 5 core values, 3 core values that motivate you everywhere you go in every area?
The core values, first of all, put God first. That is an extremely important aspect of my life. Treat people the way you want to be treated. with people. Always do your homework on things. You know, love and cherish and value your family and the loved ones around you, because you don't know how long they're going to be here. And a lot of people are depending on you to do the same. So make sure you take care of your own health, because you don't want to break it. You want to break your heart, you know, break the heart of my wife or my family or my daughters. So those are my general core values. Do I live up to every one of them? No, no. Am I?
Working.
Yeah. You see me eating the pizza sometimes, or more than I should. Yeah. You know, did I do my homework on some of the things that I wanted to do? No. And then when I get kicked in the ass, I go, why don't you listen to yourself? And you're an egotistical bastard, and you should check yourself, because don't sit there and tell everybody else what to do, and then you ain't doing the same thing. You know, so you know, it's just reality, you know. But again, going back and just, you know, and also talking to people. I keep telling people, you got to talk to people. You know, as being an entrepreneur, mental health is one of the biggest challenges. That's why you see what happened to Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, because, you know, as entrepreneurs or leaders of the household, often you can't tell everybody your problems if you're an entrepreneur, because if you have a staff, you're supposed to listen to their problem. Imagine the boss coming telling you their problem every day. You'd be like, oh, I don't think we're gonna be around too much. I better start looking for another job. Dude don't know what he's talking about. You scared? I'm scared, you know? And they got to tell you their problems, and you got to be able to be very respectful and listen to them, because, you know, you can probably be sometimes the solution in that problem, meaning give them time off, or give them a raise, or give them different access, or challenge them mentally, right? And then your financial stress with your family, you know, you going home and, you know, all of you in it together, and the house is over leveraged for your business, and vice versa, and all that other type of stuff. So mental health is really challenging, and a lot of entrepreneurs don't go out and talk to other people about their health, because they're just used to bottling it up and trying to deal with it, because every day there's something great happening, every day there's something horrible happening, and you get so numb to it. But that's the same with a mother, that's the same with a teacher, that's the same with a father. Like, you know, like, so try to find people that you can really talk to, and people who aren't going to just down you when you do that. I mean, I was in the hood when I would tell people stuff, and they'd be like, yeah, I told you you shouldn't have done that. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear I shouldn't have done that. If I shouldn't have done that, you know what you should be saying to me? You know, did you get out of it what you expected? You know, what was your lowest case scenario, your best case scenario? Did you leave everything on the field? Did you do enough research on it? Is there a way I can help you to make sure that you did not go down the right path, but at least to know, let's close that chapter of your life. So, you know, talk to people. Bottom line, I don't want to talk too long. Talk to people. It's important.
Thank you so much. I'll make the last question something that you actually nodded to in what you were just saying. Is there a question that you really want to answer? Something I haven't asked you, but you know what you feel like is important for everyone to know?
No, I don't really think so. I think because we're on, you know, my platform and my, you know, and everybody here, they know me. They've heard this in one rendition or another, hopefully, or maybe if not, then I'll tell them some more. But no, absolutely not. I just want to know one question. When are we going on your platform? So
As
we can
soon as
talk.
we can figure out this tech. So I will
All right.
be in touch with you and your team ASAP for that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you everybody for that. That was a surprise one. As I said, I was going to be on Afropunk's uh, Instagram, and we ended up being on there. So thank you so much for everybody joining and the great questions. And I will see you Monday at 1 p.m. for my T-Mobile. T-Mobile, powered by T-Mobile, my power shift your week, powered by T-Mobile, as well as Tuesday. I will see you with another. If you didn't check it out, you got to go check out that Ice-T interview that I did with him. He dropped so much knowledge to me that I really appreciated it. Thank you guys for saying that was so good. Thank you for all the great feedback. Have a great day. I know all your cities are opening up. I'm even thinking about eating outside with of course my mask. I don't even know how am I going to eat with my mask and my glasses on. I have no idea. But be safe, everybody, and I love you, and I will see you on Instagram.